Hello and good morning. This is video log entry 74, and currently it is 8 a.m. CST as usual. Man, I did not sleep last night. I had so much trouble sleeping last night. I don't know what it was, but my head was just running constantly. I just could not sleep, so it's whatever. So I'm probably going to crash again later this afternoon. So I went to the DMV. I finally got my forms that my parents sent me, and I have my license. I'm not going to show it because, yeah, that would be. I don't know. I'm not going to. Well, you know what? Actually, no. Never mind. It does have. I was like, does it have my address on there? I don't remember. Oh yeah, of course it is. This license. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I just could not sleep last night, and the DMV is so weird. It's just like, why is it? It just feels like I'm in a sitcom when I go to a DMV with how unnecessarily complicated it is. Like, why do they? I know in the United States, America loves to create jobs because we live in this capitalist world. So we tend to have like these paper pushers, stackers, or whatever you want to call them, not literal ones, but the metaphorical ones that are like just doing this one exact thing, like an automaton in a huge system. But and I mean, like that's like, it'd be funny if we actually had a efficient system in this capitalistic world. Most people would be unemployed. Like actual useful jobs. Most people would be unemployed. A big chunk of them would be gone. So I mean, like, I just think it's hilarious. I used to be negative about it, but I just find it to be funny. I just laugh at it, and people always wonder why I'm laughing. Well, I'm sure they know deep down. It's just there are a lot of people who are aware too, but then there are people out there that like to, like, yeah, kind of like HR, right? They like to be on their high horse, and they like to make it seem like their job is of any significance to the world, even though it's not. I had to deal with that in the county for a while, actually. It wasn't HR. Even the finance system, or the accounting systems that they have nowadays, it's just like they just do one thing, and I don't know. It's just a lot of paper pushing, and record keeping, or whatever you want to call it, auditing, whatever. It just seems so pointless, but it's fine. I'm not complaining. And just going to the DMV reminded me of how it's obviously on purpose, right? It's obviously on purpose. That's why I can't work in a corporate culture, is because you're gonna be one of those people, right? Doing that one exact task every single fucking day from 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. I'd rather not do that. So I just can't. Nope. I'm sorry. I can't get myself to do it. I would say that I was never in a position like that. I was kind of in a. But the thing is, like, you kind of think about the jobs that actually have efficient systems, but then these efficient systems are actually created through the needs of the capitalistic world that we live in. So they're efficient, but like within the context of the efficient system, it's kind of still feels irrelevant, which you get a lot in fast food industry, like restaurant chains and whatnot. I just recently I don't like. I feel so guilty going to restaurant chains because deep down I know it doesn't really subscribe to my value system, and I've been going through that shit for a couple of years now at this point, and it just keeps getting harder and harder to go back to that place, right? So like maybe once every 2 months or once a month I'll go to a McDonald's or something, or instead of like, if I want to like eat junk food, then I'll go to the grocery store and get some burgers and cook them myself in my house. I'd rather do that, to be honest. It's the closest thing that I would rather do. Grocery stores are great. Obviously they're great. You can get but I don't know. I know it's just the world that we live in, and sometimes I go through those thoughts. I used to be so negative about it, but I've just been accepting it. I used to go through phases of denial, and I guess to a degree I was kind of a socialist. Sort of. I don't know, like, where on the spectrum of socialism I'm on, because I haven't done that much research, but I don't know, just like this world that we live in just feels so insignificant, especially if you're not a materialist. I'm pretty much on the opposite side of the materialism spectrum. Just complete minimalist, essentially, because I don't have much. I don't have much. I don't eat a lot of extravagant dishes. I cook chicken every day. like I eat what I have to eat to maintain my system according to the I guess the diet pyramid or the health pyramid or whatever you call it. So I don't know. I just get reminded. It's just going. I felt bad too. Like I kind of like I felt down going to the DMV because of I. It's just so stupid. It's just like I know it's dumb and my brain knows it's dumb and it's hard. It's just like really hard sometimes to just feel good, right? And I was still slightly lighthearted, and the lady that I was talking to that was putting me in their DMV system was really nice, and she was aware, she definitely knew that what she was doing was like not really that significant, but you have to get paid, right? You have to have money in this world, so, and she was nice. I made her laugh a couple of times, and I was being a little bit, I don't know, like I think people actually think I'm retarded or something. They talk to me like I'm a child. Or maybe they're just so used to having to deal with people who are just seemingly mentally, I don't know. Maybe I'm projecting because I consider myself to be fairly intelligent, but then when people talk down at me as if I'm a child, I don't know if that's just their programming that they have to do for most people that come into the DMV. Because I don't know. I just feel like they're talking to me like I'm a child, even though maybe is it my face? I don't know. I do seem like I'm lost sometimes. I'm just like my head just goes everywhere. It is processing a lot of things, so it may seem like I'm not 100% there, and they may just naturally assume that I'm like mentally retarded or something. I don't fucking know. And I do have to. I mean, like I don't go outside a lot too, so so that could probably be the reason why as well. I do like it does feel like sensory overload walking into a new room, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? And like the system, I don't know, like it just didn't click with my brain. The system that they had did not click with my brain. So sometimes it may look like I'm confused, because like I think deep down I just know that it could be a lot more. It could be simpler, right? And then like I just had to accept the fact that the reason why this there is because we live, well, naturally speaking, we live in a capitalist society, and we don't have UBI yet, so. If we had UBI, then we wouldn't be wasting so many resources. But it's fine, it is what it is. It's cool, I guess. I can't do much about it as of now, at least. I don't know. And I was acting a little bit silly when they were doing the the vision test, and I didn't put my forehead into the button things. It's like it felt so dumb. I don't know. And then guys, I do see lights. It's like, no, I don't see any fucking lights. He had to repeat it 5 times, and then he realized that my head wasn't completely in the thingy. He had to like really press your forehead into it, like really hard. And I wasn't completely pressing the button. And I also have lazy eye, so there was like the last column that I couldn't see because my right eye was drifting towards the other side, so it wasn't focusing. Because I have trouble looking through binoculars because my right eye still like has the muscle is called amblyopia or lazy eye, and the muscle in my right eye did not strengthen as much as it should have because of is it my right eye? I think it's my right eye. Yeah, it wasn't. I had my left eye covered so I could use it more when I was younger. I was like 1 or 2 years old when this was developing. I don't know what happened. There was just some kind of developmental issue in my brain connecting to my eye. So the eye wasn't sending signals to the brain as much as the left eye. So I was using my left eye more. So my right eye muscle tissue got weaker. So they had to cover my. And they also did surgery on it too. They had to they tightened those muscles on my right eye. And they covered my left eye, so I'd used my right eye more for a while, but it still wasn't enough for, it's still there, it's just not as bad as it was back then. Yeah, anyways, that was just an aside. I just thought you guys would like to know that. I don't know. So that was just annoying. And I tried to tell them that I can't, the guy was like, can you read the right column? I was like, no, I can't fucking see it, I have lazy eye. And I really had to give myself to focus on my right eye to see it. And so, yeah, that was just, like, I couldn't shift it because it was just my right eye. Couldn't see, it wasn't focusing on that column, I guess, or that side of the binoculars, right? Because I was using my left eye more. But whatever. I went through it and I got my my license, and I'm going to get the hard copy, or the the actual card, in like 3 weeks. So that's cool. And yeah, yeah. So other than that, I don't know. I mean, like I've been like, my heart has been springing more. I've been like, on the train over there. There was this lady that left her bag in the train, and the doors were closing. She had to run back to get it, and I sprung up and held the door open for her so she can get it. And that is definitely not something that I would. I mean, I wasn't in my head right then and there. I was kind of like paying attention to my environment, and that's good. Like that's something that I've been working on, and it's actually finally coming into fruition. So I've been doing that a lot more. I've just been like, I don't know, like it seems like I'm just springing into action more and not thinking about it as much, or thinking about the people around, or all that, that programming that was in my head a long time ago. So that's nice to see. I did that, and then like I said, I helped a guy go up into the 53rd floor because he had a pulled quad muscle, and his left quad was pulled, and his right foot was deformed, so he couldn't get himself up there, and it would take more than one person to carry him up because of his foot, right? And he couldn't use his left or right leg because of that. Yeah. So that was just. Yeah, that was interesting, like I said, and I don't know, I've just been feeling more open, and I've been opening up to the world, and it just feels good, I feel happy, I feel light, and yeah, I feel damn good. Yeah, I mean, today right now, it is snowing, and I think I'm just going to relax. I had my normal stuff, I had my coffee and whatnot, and I'm drinking water. And I haven't got nobody's contacted me yet for the laptop I'm trying to get rid of. So we'll see. And I'm starting to have more faith in the world. Part of my mind wants to keep doing, applying to places, but at the same time, I know part of me knows that I'm gonna have a job at the park soon because of they're urgently hiring attendants and whatnot. So, with my experience, and just the fact that they're urgently hiring for this summer, that probably means I should get the job, right? You would think, unless I'm like the unluckiest person on the planet. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, like the pay, seasonal attendants don't get paid that much, but I know I can bump up my salary, and then I can transition to a year-round position afterwards if I want to, or maybe I'll go somewhere else. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm still trying to figure that out because I've people always talk about 5-year, 10-year plans, and I've never been that kind of person. I don't know. I kind of want to be open to life a little bit more, and having a plan, and like I feel like I'm closing myself off from the possibilities of the world. I kind of want my life to be a little bit more open, and then maybe once I actually feel like I'm sure about making a decision, then I'll choose that, and then have a plan to get there, right? If it requires a 5-year, 10-year plan for whatever that is. A lot of people will probably be like, oh, I want financial security so I can have a family and a beautiful wife and a car and whatnot. And, well, I've never cared about that much. So, and, that there may be a time in which I'll change my mind because, well, I mean, like you said, that guy's, it's like that it's funny because ever since I saw them, I started thinking about, like, having like a kid and a family and all that. I was like, I never thought I'd think of that until like I haven't even talked to them yet. I don't even really know who they are, but I can't help but think about that ever since I saw them. So, and yeah, it is what it is. And so, yeah, I guess I'm a lot more chatty in comparison to the last video that I had. Because I'm doing things, I guess. Every time I do something, like, I don't know, I just need to get myself to do more things, and just, let life work through me, right? Because that's always been my issue. I've always wanted control over everything, and, well, obviously that didn't work out. If it did, I probably would have been where I wanted to be back then. So, whatever. And, I say where I wanted to be, even though I still don't really know. I mean, like, I have preferences. Like, I say I don't want a car. I say I want like a job that pays me well enough to live in this place, that actually pays for, covers the rent, and I'm at least having a surplus of 1,500, hopefully. But then I would have to have a job that's like 3,500 a month, or 45. That's like 20 something an hour, which is something I can conceive of as of now, and I know I can push for a higher salary if I want to. And I think once I reach that state, I'm already thinking about investing and whatnot. So I think that's probably going to naturally unfold soon. So I've been thinking about that more. I'm actually thinking about my future more, which is wonderful to see. I used to be so apathetic about my future. I used to think that, well, in the state I was then, I think I had this depiction of, I went pretty, I don't even want to get into the details because it was really bad when I was in a deep depression. Like, I actually started planning exiting the this world, and I was like, well, I don't even know how I got myself out of that, to be honest. I really don't know how I got myself out of that. I actually can't even. I just don't know what switched in my head to. Maybe I was just afraid, and I was like, I don't know. I got to the state where I wasn't even thinking of my family and how they would react to it, and it was just really bad. And I'm glad I'm out of that now. So I'm here now, and I'm like I said, I'm feeling a lot better. And I was really stubborn back then too. I had a therapist, and he really wanted me to get into medication because of how bad it was. And I was just stubborn. I was like, I don't think medication is needed for this, even though there are a lot of people out there that actually need it, or maybe they don't. I don't know. That's a good question, right? I think it's just people say it's a chemical imbalance, but I think it's a lot deeper than that. And they say it's hereditary, but when you think back in the past, I don't know. It's hard because we don't have statistics on the history of depression as much. Why is this happening so much now? And people say it's maybe there is a small subset of people out there with a chemical imbalance, but then there's the other people like me that are just not fitting into the world properly. So they feel like the only solution is to leave, right? It's not a chemical imbalance, just the fact that the world doesn't accommodate for people like me as much as I would like, right? And it is what it is. And I've always felt like an outcast, right? I was ostracized in school, and my family didn't understand me. I just felt misunderstood, I guess. And that was the biggest issue, is that I felt misunderstood. I felt disconnected from everybody, essentially. So I went through these phases of dissociation, and I thought that if I chased something, like a high prestige job, or, like I said, becoming a theoretical physicist or mathematician, or just something just along the intellectual domain, I would be happy. And then once I realized that I wouldn't be, that's where my depression hit. Because that emptiness came in, right? Because that was the thing I was ignoring all along, was the fact that there was something morbidly wrong with at least my current internal state. And I realized I had to fix it. And here I am, like I said, right? I had to let go of a lot of things to get here, and I'm glad I did it. I'm really glad I did it. I actually don't have any regrets of getting rid of my PC and not playing video games for now, at least, because it just didn't really feel fulfilling anymore. I'm looking for a life of wholeness and fulfillment, essentially, like anybody else should, But yeah. Anyways, that's just another tangent, and I'm being a lot more vulnerable. That's good. I'm glad I can get myself to say this stuff in front of a camera. Because if I said this to anybody else, I don't think anybody would really. Maybe they would. Some people probably would understand it, but then I know a lot of people, if I actually spilled my heart out in front of them, they wouldn't know. I think my sister went through depression. My brother has gone through it as well. So I think it's kind of. My dad actually, I think I do have, it is hereditary, because apparently My dad's parents had it too. My cousins had it. And it's just something that that runs in my family, is that there's like this, we can say it's a chemical imbalance. Maybe it's a discongruence between the world and the mind that I have. I don't know. I think it's the latter, to be honest. It's a discongruence. And to balance that discongruence, you have to consciously go into your inner world to fix it. And that's what I realized I had to do. And I knew I did, through cognitive behavioral therapy and just sitting with your head for as long as you can and just let the emotions go through you, right? Which was painful for a while, actually. I felt unstable for a couple of years because I didn't know how to process the emotions, and my mind wanted to latch onto it and catastrophize, right? And anyways, this is just a long tangent that you could probably have for a couple of hours a video about, and anyways, what matters is that I feel a lot better now, and I'm finally fixing my life. So yep. I don't think I have any plans today. No plans. Just sitting around, it's really mucky out there. I wanted to do something, but maybe I'll get some groceries, and that's pretty much it. I don't know. I think I'm going to do some workouts at home as well. I've been trying to get myself to work out more. Keep my body moving. I think that's going to be it for now. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.